Welcome back, and today we're gonna be talking about episode 2 of Spectre. This episode, not a lot went on, but like always, let's just jump into it. Okay, so episode 2 of Spectre, pretty much a giant serpent requests the help of our main character, Kotoko. And, her being like the spirit god, it's her job to resolve any kind of problems that their spirits are having. And this episode kind of focused more on like a murder mystery. And it was more like on the comic side of things. Like it wasn't like the previous episode where, I thought it was like a romance anime. And then it kind of broke into like a fighting action shonen type anime. This one kind of went the route of more like a mystery. Let's figure out who killed this person and that kind of plot. And I wasn't really that much interested in the whole thing because, for one, the people that died, they were just unnamed characters pretty much. They were just characters thrown into the plot. So I really wasn't. I didn't have no stakes into the reason why we needed to find out why they died or anything, right? Pretty much the giant serpent is the water god, and he called the goddess over Kotoko to kind of like, for her to explain to him that what happened. Why did this lady dump this corpse in the swamp, right? And they kind of break down like, oh, well, maybe, she killed the person because, her husband was supposedly stealing money from the company, and she got sad and she went into like to live as a shut-in in the mountains. And then another person, like another manager or whatever, came in and told her that he was the one that was stealing money and he's the one that killed her husband. And Kotoko tries to explain to the snake that pretty much that's why the lady killed him and dumped him in the lake. And then the serpent is still, not convinced that's the actual story. And he's like, well, why did she say, I hope they find the body, if she was really trying to hide the body and not get caught? And then she breaks it into another, like, well, maybe, she really didn't want, she wanted the body to be found. Not found, but she wanted you to eat the body, and then the body wouldn't have been found, right? Because that's one of the testimony she gave to the police. And, overall, this episode, I really wasn't into it. I was expecting a lot more, especially since by the end of the episode, we didn't get like a resolution to the whole mystery thing, right? Like, it was just to be continued. I'm like, you got to tell me we got a next episode, unless something crazy happens next episode, right? Like where we see Kuro come in and do some crazy action and find out more about his powers. I really don't want to keep going with this murder mystery because, like, the people involved, who cares? There's just like, those random people, like they just throw in a story that you don't really have any connection to. So I don't see why it really matters, and I don't even know why they made it into like a 2-episode thing. I do like the anime. Like I like the connection between the two main characters, Kuro and Kotoko. Like at the first 10 seconds of the opening of the anime, like something came out of her like skirt. And it was kind of weird, but it was kind of funny because like the little animation and face that she makes, it was it was fun. It was light fun. Then we also have when she goes to the mountain right before she leaves, she has her spirits follow Kuro back home, and he's like, come on now, I'm trying to eat my soup. I ain't trying to go to no mountain. And She kind of like, was dressed nicely, kind of like hoping she was going to get a date out of this. And Kuro was having none of it. He's like, all right, look, this is the most I'll do for you. You can wear my sweater because you're going into the mountains. You're crazy for wearing a dress. That whole scene was kind of funny to me. I like the whole relationship they're building. And, Kuro seems to be like a nice, genuine person, right? Like we learned this episode that he, last episode we learned that he ate his fill of like demon and yokai flesh or whatever. And on this episode, we actually learned that he ate flesh from a mermaid. Now, supposedly that's supposed to give you like healing powers, which we saw last episode when his arm got bitten off. It kind of regrew on the spot. and he kind of explains to her that pretty much Kuro, no matter what happens to him, he can pretty much heal whatever happens. So I don't know if that actually means he doesn't feel any pain. From the looks of it, it doesn't seem like he feels any pain, because I mean, you had your hand bitten off and that dude didn't even react. And then he kind of like squeezed some roses or flowers, and they had thorns in them. And he started bleeding, but he didn't flinch. It didn't seem like he felt that pain. And then when Kotoko actually asked him what happened, like what other flesh did he eat, he didn't say anything. But we do know that other flesh that he eat pretty much counteracts some of the side effects from eating the siren's flesh, because supposedly if you were to eat siren's flesh, you are pretty much immortal, like you don't age and you have those healing properties. But I guess the other flesh is counteracting the mermaid's powers. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be something broken again, right? Like I'm pretty sure whatever flesh he ate is gonna give him some other type of attacking abilities or something, because he didn't want to talk about it, so it must have been something dark, maybe. I don't know. I really want to find out what it was. And we actually learned that Kuro did go to the mountains to make sure that, his girlfriend was not being eaten by the snake or hurt in any way. And it's kind of cute how she refers to Kuro to like her boyfriend. Like the first thing she told the serpent was that she was hoping Kuro would go with her to the mountain for like a date kind of thing. And it's her boyfriend and all that. And Kuro pretty much just shuts it down towards the end when he finally shows up. It's like, don't say I'm your boyfriend, because we're not really in a relationship. I think eventually there is gonna be a relationship there, or I mean, I don't think they're gonna make fun of that for like ever, right? I do think eventually Kuro is gonna develop feelings for her. So we'll see. This episode so far, I mean, I did like the art. I think the art style of the anime is great. The animation, nothing crazy happened, so there was not really a lot to do with the animation department, but it was okay. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't nothing crazy. We'll see next episode. I really didn't enjoy the fact that this murder mystery is going on, and especially the fact that we're gonna have to go on into the next episode and see what happens there to figure out, the whole murder thing. I'm guessing the serpent is maybe gonna turn on the goddess. Maybe I don't know. Maybe and Kuro's gonna have to step up and maybe he'll eat the serpent. Who knows? That dude seems like he's hungry all the time, right? Because he's eating freaking demon flesh. All right, but that's gonna be it for today. So like always, go ahead and subscribe. Leave me a like. Let me know if you're watching in/Spectre what your thoughts were of episode 2. And like always, I will see you on the next episode.